You probably weren't wondering, but this is what a Go Fast camper looks like on the back of a 79 Series Land Cruiser. This is the venerable 79 Series Land Cruiser. Here in the States, if you've been around the off-road scene at all, this is the unobtainium, the dream vehicle. If you're from Australia or the Middle East, this is probably old hat to you. This is a normal work truck, but here in the States, this is the coolest. It's a Toyota with a turbo diesel motor. It's got a manual transmission. It's got crank windows. It's got solid front axle, dual gas tanks. It is bulletproof and it is simple. And it's probably the only thing that Navy SEALs and the bad guys whose name rhyme with crisis can agree on. This is the platform for war in the Middle East. It's a wild truck, and we put a camper on one because we could, and it's super sick. So let's walk around and check it out. We've been wanting to put a camper on one of these trucks for a long time because I think the ethoses of the products are kind of the same thing. Simple, bomber, bulletproof might be a little bit of a stretch because it's not literally, but kind of you get the point. These things are rugged vehicles, and these campers will hold up to rugged use. So one of the weird things about this setup here is how tall this panel is. It's huge. And you can tell right now, these guys are raw aluminum. They are not yet powder coated because we're still picking the color that we want it to be. So we use aluminum side panels. As you can tell, very Cybertruck, very shiny. The way that this thing mounts to the truck too is a little bit different as well, because this design from Toyota has been this way since the 80s. So the way this mounts is pretty interesting. All of these Saudi spec beds, or tubs as the Aussies call it, come with a big headache rack, and they have this big overhang lip on the outside as opposed to the inside like most normal vehicles. So on this truck, we actually had to cut away the headache rack and grind it all smooth and repaint. And then we actually through bolted the bed rail right here. So the connection is bomber. It is super, super strong. But like I said, the amount of height here is unparalleled. We've never made a camper this tall in the history of all of our campers. It is huge. If you have any ideas on what color we should make this camper, you should let us know in the comments. Because right now, shiny is cool, but we want to make it even better. But tons of space back here. This is nearly an 8-foot bed. And I think it opens just like your grandpa's F-150. And I'll pop this guy down right here. Pop these 2 pins. And we're up. Simple. The ultimate camper, the ultimate vehicle for strike missions or camping, whatever you want. You want to use it as a shooting platform up top and do some long distance target practice, or if you want to spend time with your kids. So the difference between a Go Fast and a topper with a roof out tent on it is this. There's a whole panelized floor system that pops open. It gets stashed up in the nose here. So there's a big hangout space. I can't even really touch the very top of it, even if I try. If you want to see how this whole thing works, we'll throw a link in the description below to the walk around video of the Pro camper. The biggest takeaway from driving a 79 Series Land Cruiser in the United States is that you meet the most 35 to 55-year-old men out of any vehicle I've ever driven in my life. Oh yeah. She's a ripper. You can see from the interior of this thing right here, so it's a little bumpy. The camera is bumpy, that's because the ride is bumpy. The interior shares a lot in common with like a municipal city bus. Everything underneath a fabric layer is metal. Everything is super, super burly. They'll go right through your chest with the steering wheel if they've had a car accident. But it works. It's simple, it's durable, it's rugged, it's super cool. Otherwise, from like driving dynamics and like general characteristics of this vehicle, it's like driving a mini Ram 3/4 ton truck, or like an old, kind of like a Power Stroke that rides slightly better, like a 7.3. So this one's got a Dobinson's lift kit on it, like a 2-inch lift. It's running like a 34 or 35-inch PFG on some Nomad wheels. There's not a lot going on here that isn't already the stock truck. Sprung super stiff in the rear, so you can carry a ton of weight. Clutch feels like a truck, feels like a work truck. That's because it is a work truck, but it's really fun. The form factor is great. The short wheelbase, I have quite a bit of time driving a 4-door one of these done in Australia, And the two-door is way better, but you can't fit car seats. It is so buggy. I mean, it's like literally driving a stock full-size diesel in a Tacoma form factor. Which is kind of fun, but I think these wouldn't sell very well here in the States because people are used to being comfortable. That is not one of the descriptors of this truck. Comfortable. Feels fast because it isn't fast. So you might be wondering, why did we do this? Well, the answer is because it was cool and we can. We don't make products in China. We make products right here in Montana. We design, we machine, we sew, we do everything in-house right here in the Gallatin Valley. And building something custom and one-off isn't that far out of our wheelhouse because we only can do one at a time. We don't have to do a production run of 30. So if you have a weird vehicle that you want to see supported, let us know. Give us a call, shoot us a text, comment in the comments below if you have a truck that you want a camper for. I can't promise that we're gonna do it, but we're super open to hearing what you guys wanna see, especially if it's cool, like this truck. We might not build very many of these, but we love it because it's very cool.